Have you ever set a goal, felt motivated for a few days, then completely fell off track? Maybe you told yourself you would be different. You would read some books, you would learn a new skill, you would take on some courses, but your habit stayed the same. The problem isn't your willpower, it is your system. Hello everyone, my name is Ediya Francis Kwame and welcome to Ediya Pale. As we dive into the 7 holistic aspects of living, by the end of this video, you will have a step-by-step guide to setting goals and building habits that actually sticks. No fluff, just practical and proven strategies that work. Let's dive into why most people fail while setting a goal or forming a habit. Most people focus too much on the goal and too little on their system. They rely on motivation instead of habits. They aim big, but they don't create their daily actions that lead them to their goal. The most important aspect here is the person you become to attain that goal. A goal without habit is just a wish. The key is to break your goal into small, hourly, daily, or weekly actions and make them automatic. Let me show you how to set the right goals and build habits that guarantee results. The first step here is to set clear and specific goals. Vague goals lead to vague results. So instead of saying, I want to get fit, I want to make money, I want to learn a new language, I want to learn a new skill, say, I would work out for every 30 minutes each day for 4 weeks. Say, I would save 200 cedis or 200 euros every day for 1 month or a year to get this amount. Say, I would learn this language by practicing 15 minutes daily. Say, I will learn these skills by practicing it 15 minutes daily. This brings intentionality to learning or achieving that set goal. The key action here is to use SMART goal method, right? Make your goals specific. You make them measurable. You make them achievable. You make them relevant and time-bounded. Right now, Ediya Pale wants you to pause this video and write down one goal you want to achieve using the SMART framework. Let me share my personal example in this space. When I arrived in Germany to take on my course, I realized it was a new system. I needed to learn German language. I needed also to exercise and also to study. All these 3 things were quite challenging, but I decided language learning is not a sprint, it's a marathon. So I would just take on 15 minutes each day to learn German language. I would take 30 minutes each day to exercise and train myself. I would take 1 hour each day to learn programming, to learn engineering skills, designing. This is what you should do. You should use the SMART target to make your goals achievable, to bring your goals into fruition, not just wishing it. The second step is to build identity-based habits. Most people try to change their action, but true change happens when you change your identity. It is true. Instead of saying, I want to read more, say, I am a reader. Instead of, I want to work out, say, I am someone who prioritizes my health. Your habits should align with what you want to become, not just what you want to achieve. So ask yourself, who do I need to become to achieve my goal? Once you adopt to this identity, the habit would follow naturally. You see, the most important aspect of this field is who you become. You see, success is attracted by the person you become. Most successful people lose money, they lose deals, they lose things. But by virtue of what you become in that process, what you lose would come to you in more folds. If you ask business tycoons whether they've lost money or resources or lost deals, they'll tell you yes. But the most important thing is who they became. Because when you become, you would attract it automatically. This thing we call money runs from people and gets attracted to some people. It's by the virtue of who they have become. So you ask the Honorable Kennedy Japons, the business tycoons, the Elon Musk, the Otendolas, the Aliko Dangotes, the Bill Gates. The most important thing in their journey was who they have become. God does not trust you unless he tests you. For God to walk with Abraham for decades and to tell him, I now trust you because you decided to offer your son through which the promise will be fulfilled to me. For these decades, you now trust me? No, that is how God works. For God to entrust you with something, he needs to test you whether you can stand the sacrifice, whether you can stand the attempt, whether you can stand it when it comes to you. Most of us, we pray, God, make me a millionaire, make me a billionaire, and I will serve you. And within the first 1 month, when God decides to test you with thousands and he cannot find you, you saw the question he asked Adam and Eve. Adam, where are you? Just entrusting you with this small portion. You see, anything God gives you, there is more. He just gives you to test you, and you need to make accountability of it. Like the story of the talent. Ever you set goals, I want to be a billionaire, I want to be a millionaire. Ask yourself, who do I need to become to achieve my goal? Do you have that level of relationships? Are you exposed to deals in that case that can make your goal come into fruition? Once you adopt that identity, the habit will follow naturally. The third step to achieving your goal and forming habits is to start small and stack your habits. Big changes don't just happen overnight. No, the key is habit stacking. Attaching a new habit to something you already have. So instead of trying to find time for new habits, you need to connect it to an existing one. For example, if you want to meditate, if you want to read a book, if you want to learn a new skill and you don't find time doing that, say, I will do this before I go to bed. So once in your bed, you start to meditate before you sleep. You learn a new skill in the evening. Dedicate 20 minutes daily to learn that new skill. Just after class, you do that. If you want to read a book, once you wake up from bed, then you start to read it before you start to even brush your teeth. Start with that habit, even if it's for just 2 minutes or a minute. The goal here is not intensity, it's about consistency. The first step is to make it easy and remove friction. If your habit feels difficult, you will quit. Make good habits easy and bad habits hard. Set your environment for success. If you want to read, leave books around your working table or your bed. If you want to exercise, you prepare your workout clothes the night before the day. If you want to learn a new skill, you get that book, you make sure you get that program on your laptop running to practice it. Success is not just about willpower. It's about making the right choices easy. We are on a journey to holistic living. So please, if you have not subscribed to this page, kindly like and subscribe to this page. Most at times, people ask me, Francis, do you prefer motivation or discipline? And I normally answer by, it depends on the level of the person you are dealing with. You need motivation to start. And when a person starts, he is like someone who is growing. At that time, you don't expose them to discipline. Even in the Bible, when Apostle Paul was teaching the Gentiles, sometimes he give them milk. You give milk to infants, and when they grow, you give them discipline. So it normally depends on the stage of the person. But you will need motivation only to start. And whenever people relent or people stop what they started, it's because they don't have a stronger why. If you have a stronger why and your goal is tied to a purpose, something that should outlive you, you would always end with discipline. Because discipline will lead you, discipline will make your goal come into fruition. Give bones to infants who don't have teeth to chew. You are not helping them. So it actually depends on the level of the person to give motivation or discipline. But discipline is tied to purpose, because it must outlive you, and at that stage you wouldn't be motivated to do, but with purpose attachment you would discipline yourself to do it, and it normally brings lasting impact. The fifth step here is to track your progress and stay consistent. What gets measured gets improved. So track your habits, but keep it simple. Don't break the chain. No matter how difficult it is, aim for consistency over perfection. If you miss a day, never miss twice, and you would have to replicate missing days. During the weekend, you do twice of what you missed, and you will find out that you are staying consistent to achieving those goals. No matter how hard a goal or difficult a goal is to be achieved, by following these simple steps, you will find out that the goal isn't to be perfect. It's about keeping moving forward, one step at a time. And always remember, it's about consistency over intensity. It's about progress over perfection. To recap, here was the step-by-step system for setting goals and building habits that last. The first was to set clear, smart goals. Second was to build an identity-based habit. The third was to start small and stick to your habit. The fourth was to make it easy and remove friction. The fifth was to track your progress and stay consistent. If you are ready to start building habits that will change your life, comment success below and let me know which step you will start with today. Kindly like, subscribe and share this video to inspire others. What is your commitment for the next 7 days? Whether it's to read a book, take a course, make money, you need to follow these steps, and you find out that everything is truly achievable. When you are confronted by a challenge, you respond with your habits. Thank you very much, and let's keep on growing together. Ediya Pill, your dosage to holistic living. Thank you very much for watching.